So far, I've been enjoying Midnight. I've been having a good time in this expansion. I think it's been pretty good. Love the revamped zones, love the storylines, everything about it, really. There's been those moments here and there. I'm like, is Erator's story development pretty good? I enjoyed it. I think he's a cool character, but there's been moments where I'm like, eh. But I'm wondering, how is this expansion going for new players? How's this expansion going for returning players? How's it going for somebody who's been playing nothing but classic Andy shit coming into retail? Well, we got a reaction video here from Rav about his experience coming back from classic into retail.
Attention gamers. I've recently become entirely too addicted to the crusade that's burning as just weeks, and I have a mage that's almost full phase 1 bis. A second 70 who apparently can't film B-roll without some dipshit shaman ruining the shot, and plans for a third, and my long lost hunter coming soon, and I've loved it. Made some of my favorite videos on my channel for it, and got an entire population of players begging me for the name of a song that literally doesn't exist, as I just took a Wingstop commercial.
Pepper, all flats.
Lemon, pepper, wings.
The fuck is this? It's like you guys are saying it's the AI. It's a classic. This guy has a lot of videos out with a lot of views. He's a typical classic Andy. Classic Andy, not even using his real voice. Can't man up and use his real voice. Come on.
Tastes so good.
Wingstop, lemon pepper, all flats for Lake.
And mashed
Lemon
5
pepper wings
seconds
are
of its
great.
audio together 30 times to sound like a song. But anyways, I'm learning that like a professional webcam beggar, you have to lean into the hype train, and currently that is headed to a new retail
So
expansion, Midnight. Now, as a classic WoW enthusiast, when I hear the saying nothing good ever happens after midnight, I think to myself, nothing ever good happened after Legion, if we're being honest. But I still reached out to my contact at Blizzard and said, hey, how about a sponsor, and I'll make a video seeing if I can convert some of your classic Andys into retail Randys, and they flat out don't walled me. But for some reason,
What? That Plunderstorm tournament performance was this is not real. But the whole thing about converting, I don't think Blizzard cares really to convert classic Andys into retail Andys. They're making Classic Plus, and they're going to hold those guys throughout Classic Plus. Those guys are going to play the shit out of that, and they're going to keep their subs, and Blizzard makes money either way. They don't give a shit. So converting classic Andys, I don't think it's a big priority for them.
and watching this dude break down tier lists on classes still had me interested in trying, so now you are gonna get the most brutally honest review of my first retail experience. A video that ends when I quit and go back to classic.
Alright, let's see what he has to say.
Right off the bat, Champ Select has me pissed off, as humans look like they have botched facelifts, which I guess is an appropriate representation of the DLCs going on in the real world, and then you have your standard Disneyed up.
Let us lay waste to this realm.
Premi, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome to our Scourge. What the fuck is he talking about? Is he really going to talk shit about what a human face looks like? And if you go back to Classic, literally human faces look like they're made of 2 polygons? I don't understand this thing where people shit on the current look of WoW. I think WoW looks cool. Is it a bit like cartoony? Yes, but the original WoW is cartoony. That's kind of its flavor. It's got a very artsy style to it. It's very much it's not by any means realistic in any way. And anybody who compares classic graphics to what it currently looks like, I don't know what the fuck what your problem is. Old humans look ugly as fuck. They're literally made of 2 polygons. I don't know how that comparison's even made.
World, and then you have your standard Disneyed up races that I'm tracking all the way down
Yeah,
to
here we go,
Panda,
the
and then
Disney
we are
trope.
hit with
Okay.
some Jar Jar Binks with wings looking shit out of nowhere. This is also where I only assume in the X-Pack progression Blizzard started laying off devs and stopped trying, because all of these races are just reskins of other races. You have albino blood elves, albino Draenei, then 3 versions of dwarfs, diabetic humans, and amputee survivor gnomes, and
Yeah, amputee survivor gnomes kind of got me there. But yeah, look, allied races are reskins. They're just more customization. That's all they are. It's just giving the player base more customization. They're not by any means supposed to be a new race in the game at all. I think Zandalari trolls were pretty damn cool. I think they were more of the newest, a newer race than say, mecha gnomes were.
immediately I'm thinking if I just roll a dwarf hunter it would be a disrespectful sequel to Rav the Avatar's Legacy, like when Suits tried to create Suits LA, and it was something I had to apologize to my eyeballs for watching afterwards, and thus I settled on playing this Puff the Magic Dragon for a full new experience. I originally tried to make a badass looking character, and then at the last minute I changed it all up to rock a look inspired by the goat himself.
Now go shake that butt, just shake that butt.
Anyways, the first hour of my retail experience consisted of my trying to make my screen look like what I'm used to, only for me to end up settling for a worse version of my setup. As if I'm being honest, it just became frustrating and I just wanted to play the game.
I'll never understand this. Players literally ask for more, the ability to customize their UI. It's been asked for decades. And then Blizzard gives players the ability to customize their UI, and they're like, why do I gotta customize my UI? Why do I gotta take the time to customize? Well, don't fucking do it then. Just play with the standard loadout. You're gonna really bitch about fucking being able to customize your UI? What is wrong with people? You could literally just play it out of the box. You don't have to do this. They're just giving you the ability to.
All my shit is so cooked. I'm done with add-ons. I'm done with add-ons. No, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah, I hate fucking add-ons too. That's why I like that Blizzard put all this shit in the game. I don't want to fucking deal with add-ons.
Come, servant. We
But I
have
still
a
have-
realm to destroy.
Thanks for the follow, only cam.
Have it on my screen? What is this?
Then call me stupid, but I always thought massive multiplayer online meant that it was massive amounts of players in a world that felt alive with people at every turn, a starting zone that feels like a party, only to be met with what feels like a single-player Xbox game from 2012 where you follow a very strict one-dimensional path forward where it's just dialogue simulator, almost like I'm playing.
What does he expect fucking 200 people to be making Drakthir right now? Does this guy understand he's playing content from 2 expansions ago? That's what he's showing right now. He's showing the Drakthir starting zone. What the fuck is he talking about? Did he go to Silvermoon? Because Silvermoon's packed with people. That's where everyone's at right now. I know this guy seems lost as fuck.
A version of Doku Doku Literature
rage
Club with
baiting
less
me?
options.
I've
Maybe
seen
he's
you
rage
kicking
baiting
my
me.
ass
Maybe
in
it's
class, you
working.
know? Yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry about it. I actually don't mind it. It even takes my mind off my usual suicidal thoughts.
My first few fights were flat out one-shots as if I was playing on a fully geared tune, which I guess made sense considering I was just being handed blue items on my first quest. 15 minutes and I was contemplating.
They're trying to catch him up. I don't know, man. I don't even know if I'm going to make it through. This video is only 8 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to make it through it. They're trying to prepare him to do the fucking current content. What do you want, fucking green items? You're going to get obliterated by everything in the current expansion. They're trying to get you ready to do the new shit. What are you talking about?
My life's choices on this balcony, still trying to fix a few settings that were pissing me off when I was hit with a breath of fresh air.
Hey, listen!
Another player. This isn't a single player game after all, and I just needed human interaction.
Jesus Christ. He wants people to be making Drakthir at midnight. He's rage baiting me and it's working. What? What's happening here? Oh, that's nice.
Anyways, I reached the point in the starting zone where a few other players were also thinking about going back to Classic.
I'll play more. I just want to wait until the level 90 boost comes.
But here's where I got my first dank new retail ability.
Fire breath.
The only problem is in the quest I'm supposed to be able to click this butt plug to refresh its cooldown, and I'm either a moron or I already found a bug 20 minutes into the game.
Probably found a bug. You probably found a bug. That does happen, I'll admit. There are bugs.
Anyways, I leveled up for the first time, so it only makes sense for me to have rightfully earned the character progression and maturity to unlock flying mounts, which is ironic because one level later when I unlocked epic mounts I thought, who the hell is using this antiquated mode of transportation when I can just do this?
Yeah, it's a racial ability.
Bam, level 13. I'm rocking a set of pre-raid bis looking blues from playing Dialogue Simulator. I've unlocked talents which actually seem dank, like I can PoE some sick ass theory crafted builds for different situations, and I was excited to feel the power of my new abilities.
Yeah, the new talent trees are...
Only to be thrown into an overstimulating war where I think I could have just AFK'd through and it would have finished without me. The final boss landed and I was gonna go fight him
war is overstimulating for him and he's playing World of Warcraft?
until I realized nope, they are good, apparently job is done. Cue up cinematic numero 14. I'm lost as shit. I really should have watched that enthusiastic Blood Elf Spark Notes breakdown before
good
this,
video.
but right now I couldn't be bothered. This took me to Stormwind and I was so refreshed to see some level of familiarity as they said okay Puff, the magic dragons aren't familiar with our main hub, so I had to do a self-guided tour of this city that felt just as alive as it does in Classic in terms of other players in it were the very first and
Shocker.
most important stop
Shocker, he left the fucking Drakthir starting zone and there's more players around.
was to find what I can only assume is the microtransaction currency vendor hashtag priorities.
It's not a it's a you get it for free with your sub. What is he talking about? There's no microtransactions with fucking trading post currency. What is he even talking about? This guy doesn't even understand how the fucking game works. He's not even trying to.
At this point I was struggling with what I'm gonna call story fatigue, as every NPC has some main character story that they want to bore me to death with for 5 minutes as we go for walks, as I was starting
You're playing the new character intro shit. They're trying to get you up to speed on the fucking a decade of lore that you missed.
Servant, we have a realm to destroy.
Vivi, thank you for the follow. Welcome to our Scourge. I don't understand this shit. I mean, people get mad, like the same people who say, I don't understand. I don't even know who this character is. I don't understand what the story is. And then when the story is being told to them, they're like, these characters are talking too much. Why do I need to know all this lore? It's like, you can't fucking win. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. It's just like, he's debating me and it's working, I'm telling you.
See why they want to strip the word
It's just
warcraft
rage
out of
bait,
the name of this game when I've done way more talking and walking than I've done fighting.
It's working.
I thought it was time for Westfall, but apparently it was time for Dragonflight, and at this point I remembered that the tier lists were around raids and dungeons, so I thought maybe questing and leveling just isn't the point of retail, so I decided to pivot my strategy towards the focus of retail.
Jesus Christ, he's gonna run a random dungeon flight.
I get into what looks like
dungeon?
a group that already lost their first healer, and once I figured out that the days of dead mines and wailing caverns are well behind us, I met up.
He's running dungeons from 2 expansions ago. What the fuck is he doing?
With my group, who at the start I was convinced were not real people, as I was the healer and this was the breakdown of damage. Psych, I later realized that my ego was inflated and I just needed to turn it to current segment where I was still embarrassing these children. We get to a boss a minute later and I'm still diffing the world in damage until the boss does this.
Yeah, shocker, you didn't understand the boss mechanics.
Yeah, at first I'm thinking what kind of savant insane healer is able to keep a group alive during that, only upon a later very petty inspection I learned that this is a mechanic that needs to be interrupted, as healing through it is not possible, but that is not where the focus was.
Where are the heals? Our healer is ass.
I quickly fell back to my vast
Probably
League of
was
Legends experience, aka asking these morons who blatantly ignored the mechanic while collectively doing less DPS than their healer if they are even pushing any buttons on their keyboard.
Bruh.
This is so bad.
I lasted 4 minutes in there and was given a 30-minute timeout, which was just about all I needed to remember that I needed to go do something else. Stay tuned to find out if this epic retail journey turns into me becoming a top-rated Mythic Plus
This guy's not even
Chad,
playing retail.
or
He's playing two expansional
if I
content.
promptly ran back to TBC,
Pre-watch
or if
mad.
I fell into lead.
If I had pre-watched this video, I would have been in a bad mood to start the stream. I'm not gonna lie.
And let me know what you are secretly hoping for what comes next.
Yeah. Yeah, this is, I'm glad I watched it. I mean, you know, it's again, it's probably rage bait, but believe it or not, there's a lot of classic Andys who think this way. There's a lot of classic Andys who will this is how they think. This is like, you can't win with them. The old game will always be the best game, and I want to relive my childhood, so classic is the only thing that's going to help me do that. And you know what? I don't think retail's made for them anyways. It's just not. And Blizzard doesn't have to get them to play retail. Like I said, they pay a fucking sub the same way that we do. And at the end of the day, they're supporting the game the same way that we do. So that's fine with me. If retail Andys support the next expansion being made, I'm good with it. So that's fine. Overall, yeah, I can't say nice video from Rav. I can say interesting video from Rav. Yeah, whatever.